The First Minister reckons he can squeeze a vote on breaking up the UK from a Labour government as he ignored the fact the constitution is reserved to Westminster. John Swinney claims the SNP still has a mandate for a second independence referendum, even if his party loses dozens of MPs at the general election. The Nats have tanked in the polls and now sit second in Scotland behind Labour. Even Ipsos, which tends to record higher SNP vote shares, reckons the SNP will claim just 15 seats when the dust settles. But the Nat leader reckons that doesn't matter because they still control Holyrood. The Constitution is reserved to Westminster, something confined by the Supreme Court in 2022, so any suggestion that a vote in a Holyrood election is for an independence poll would be false. But Mr. Swinney insists it doesn't matter what happens on July 4 because of the 63 SNP MSPs sitting in the Scottish Parliament. In an interview with the Daily Record, he confirmed that indyref2 would be central to his election manifesto, which will be published on Wednesday. He hopes a Labour government might give the green light and said, "What I want is for the mandate that's been secured in the Scottish Parliament for there to be a second independence referendum to be accepted." When it was pointed out to him his party was on course to fall into second place in Scotland, he denied his Skexit push would be invalidated. He said, "No, it wouldn't, because that exists. That is the will of the Scottish Parliament." The SNP leader also ruled out campaigning alongside his old boss and friend Alex Salmond. Mr. Swinney was deputy leader of the party under Mr. Salmond between 1998 and 2000. When Mr. Swinney's own first leadership proved to be a disaster, it was Mr. Salmond who stepped in, but the pair remained close. However, the First Minister said he was now very distant from who the ALBA leader is. Mr. Salmond has been highly critical of the SNP's election strategy, claiming it was hoisting the white flag on independence. Speaking earlier this week, he said, "ALBA has emerged as the only party seeking an independence mandate at each and every election, and we will be the only party that has a general election manifesto that includes a strategy to deliver independence."